are back.
What up?
What's going on, man?
What are we talking about today?
We're talking about icks.
Yeah.
The girls want to know.
We want to keep it light today. We want to keep it light. We want to give y'all a little bit of fun. So we're going to tell y'all what our icks are. I'm a Virgo, so I have a long list.
You know what? You know what's funny? We don't really talk about zodiac signs, but I'm learning that now about Virgos. Like, y'all do got a lot of icks. How do y'all be outside? Like, it's too many things that are not done well.
Yeah, I know.
That's why y'all be inside.
Yeah, I don't know how I have existed in my life for this long, but yeah, I have a lot of icks.
I got a lot of icks.
I'm really excited to share them with you.
Yeah. You know what's funny? Because when we were talking about this episode, when you were telling me, I was just like, wait, let me Google this.
So the funny thing is, I feel like icks is specifically about in relationships or like dating, but I just have icks in general, and I feel like this is one of those things where we don't just expand the meaning a little bit.
Nah, but I have icks in general.
Yeah, I have icks in general. So we're going to talk about icks like in dating, but we're also just going to talk about our icks as they exist in life. Yes.
All right.
So
what do you have, like a list? Or like?
I do have a list.
Okay, you got a list. All right. Well, my first one I wrote on my list. It's funny to me. But I don't know if you know this, ladies. Dudes with a bunch of energy beads on.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, you see dudes now, they wear like these big, gigantic pearls.
Yeah. I feel like pearls is a good thing to call it. I don't like it.
I mean, that's what they look like to me. They do. But I think they're like some kind of like energy
I don't like it.
Or whatever.
I don't like it. I'm not into it. And I also feel like that's a very specific kind of guy. That's a grand rising guy.
That's a grand rising
That's
guy?
A grand rising queen type of man. The motherfucker that got a lot of beads on, he is absolutely going to send you a good morning text, but it's going to say grand rising queen. And then I'm going to have to block him. Look, the producer just said,
I just hate that when you ever go to like an event or like, you know, even nowadays date parties or whatever, and you be seeing dudes, you be like, why he got on all these beads? What is he trying to protect himself from? What's going on?
I think some of them are just fashion statements. Like that's just the way they dress.
But you ain't got to have them, like it be bracelets. Some dudes be going ham. Yeah. You got a whole wooden... You got a whole...
They got an online
you just
degree.
Look crazy now. Now, if I'm talking to you like low key, I'm doing this for kicks because it's just like I'm like, yo, where you get this from?
Yeah, no shade to online degrees. I understand how that sounds, but I remember talking to a guy and he told me he got a nutrition degree in 2 weeks, and I was just like,
what you mean in 2 weeks?
That doesn't make sense. And he started telling me about how he was one of those.
He was wearing them beads.
He was one of those guys who wore a lot of like beads or something. He had like a lot of jewelry. But basically he was trying to tell me how he had gotten like a nutritionist degree in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was from some online source. And I just kind of felt like this don't feel
I don't know if that go with the beads, but
he was a bead man. He was absolutely a bead man. Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I hate it though. Yeah. I hate when I'm at a party or any kind of event and then you see a dude wearing too many of those. It gives me the ick.
It gives you the ick. Okay.
Immediately, I just don't like them now.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They're eliminated from the dating pool. Like, that's fine.
I don't know. Like, you could be a cool dude. Like, but.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So one of my icks is open relationships. And not like...
I ain't never heard nobody say that's an ick unless you in one.
No, not necessarily open relationships. Let me be more specific. Polyamory. Like when people be on...
That gives you the ick?
When people be on dating apps.
Okay.
And they hit you on a dating app.
Okay.
Talking about some me and my girlfriend want to meet you. First of all, it's always an ogre.
Is it in a bio?
Bad bitch. It is. They be having the girlfriend on the profile. But it's always a nigga that look like a gargoyle. And it's a girl that is the most beautiful thing you've ever seen in your life.
Well, like, which one do you see first, the gargoyle or her?
You see the man. And then you scroll.
Oh, then you get out of there.
And then you see pictures of... Well, no, because it'll be like a message that said, we would love to meet you. And then I just got to see what kind of foolishness.
Oh, I'm like, this you tapping in.
Yeah, I'll be looking. I'll be looking.
Like, I'm like, gargoyle next. Like,
I'll be looking. Because if it's a we would love to meet you, they always put that in the forefront. They're very open about being polyamorous. But... I just feel like it's never advantageous to the women, and it's never 2 men and 1 woman. There's a couple, it's
2 men
iterations.
And 1 woman?
Yeah, like I think Tilda Swinton is polyamorous, and like kudos to you.
I mean, I think it's cute they gave it a name. That's what's up.
I mean, yeah.
You know, where I'm from, we just call it cheating.
No, they be open about it. It's not cheating.
Well, then that's cool. Everybody y'all want to call it. Sledding.
Everybody's like being open. Weird. They all like cohabitate sometimes. But that's the other thing. A lot of times
bonding.
they be cohabitating and they splitting the bills.
What you mean, like living together and stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, I ain't.
So we living
together.
I've never
tapped in. We should tap into an episode on this.
On polyamory?
Or just open relationships in general. I had an old podcast I tried to do a long time ago by myself, and I actually found a couple to interview. And it was deep.
I always wonder if the woman in the situation is, because a lot of times
it was her.
Well,
no, it was the woman that wanted this.
Yeah, but a lot of times when you hear it, it don't really seem like the women be that into it.
No, this lady was about her. Let me tell you something. First of all, it was a black couple too, because for a while when I was searching to find a couple to interview, it was like, you were finding too much of something. Not saying culturally. I just thought for me, it was like, okay, we see this in like Caucasian culture and like, LGBTQ. I was like, we really need to hear this from our people type thing. So it was really hard
to find a black couple.
Search high and low.
They be on Hinge.
And, well, I didn't want to go in there like I was trying to turn up.
I get that, but I'm just saying they be on Hinge looking for a third.
But I found a couple, and she was an older woman. I think she was in her like late 40s or 50s, and she definitely was like, I've been married for 20 years.
She's an older woman in her late 40s. I
well,
feel like you just dragged us.
Not drag, I'm just saying, but like she was in her late 50s or whatever. But she was definitely like, she was married for 20 years, and like this is what she wanted. She came with her man, not her husband.
Okay.
And brought her kid, and her kid waiting in the lobby.
Not the kid.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there is
but
a
that's
woman.
It though. Let's get back to why.
There's a woman on TikTok who talks about how her husband her boyfriend talked her into polyamory, and she be making the videos, but it don't really seem like she want to be there. Like it seems
can't nobody talk me into eating no pussy. That's crazy.
Seems to me like she is very much doing it because she wants to keep the relationship. Like even in the video, she just seems a little bit like.
What video is this?
On TikTok. Even in her videos,
you didn't went into the rabbit hole.
Well, I mean, she came across my page. But yeah, like I feel like even when she's talking about it, it just always seems like she has a little bit of resentment about it. And she talks about it. You do a very calm, serene. It's very like
that's
piano music type. The ick of it is just that y'all be trying to find a third on Hinge, and I get it. You got to find a third. How you got to find a third? But when I open my app and it's like, we would love to meet you, and then I scroll and it's a really mediocre looking man with a very beautiful woman, you should be happy to have her. Like, I don't know. A lot of it is the ick for me. The open relationship in general, the polyamory, the fact that you have a beautiful, amazing woman and you on her shopping for more women. Like, I just can't get with it. I don't know. I don't love it. I don't love it. It gives me the ick.
Yeah. Usually, not to knock anybody's whatever they like to get into, but usually it'd be something wrong.
I feel like you got to find a polyamorous partner at a polyamorous link up. Like it has to be a group of people who are all like coming into the situation. Like we at a polyamorous day party, and everyone here is cool with polyamory. It cannot be a thing where you meet somebody and y'all fall for each other, and then you say, "Hey, I would like to invite a third," because then they like. Well, what the fuck?
What if you don't know if that's your cup of tea? Like, what if y'all been together, right? And then, maybe it is your cup of tea, and maybe you know what I'm saying? That's like a fantasy thing you want to do later. You just didn't know.
A fantasy, I feel like, is a short term. No, I don't feel like fantasy belong. They be in relationships. Okay, you know what? The polyamory people about to drag the fuck out of us. Let's move on.
I don't really know a lot about that world like that. I ain't know they was like in relationships.
They be in full relationships. Yeah, it's not just like sex. It's full relationships. I
thought it was just free to be
habitate.
Whatever.
No, it's like everybody is open and supposedly respectful of each other's feelings, but there always seems to be one person who's slightly less into it than the other.
Maybe they was trying it out and they realized this ain't it.
Anyway, that gives me the ick.
That gives you the ick.
What's your next ick?
All right. That's a wild ick.
Yeah.
That's a wild ick. Okay. Trash next to the can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I hate when I go to somebody's house and you just start seeing them make
not in the house, girl. I thought you was talking about on Sunset Boulevard.
No. Have you ever been to someone's house where you like, not y'all got other little bags next to the trash can?
Look, I have other bags next to the trash can. I recycle. Not you said.
No. I'm talking like. I ain't even been over there like that. I just don't. I literally, that might be my thing. Like, okay. I feel like I've been at some people's house, like, okay, for example, you ever go to somebody's house and you go in their bathroom and you like, but why though? It's so easy for you to dump this little trash. Not you making little other ones. Bro, get me out of here.
As a person who recycles, I have like 3 little brown bags, 3 or 5.
In the bathroom?
No, not in the bathroom. I have one trash can in the bathroom, but in the kitchen.
Oh, I know you're talking about in the kitchen.
In the kitchen,
everybody got a little Trader Joe's bag.
Yes, precisely.
That they gonna throw.
Yes, they got my little plastic bottles in it.
You don't want to make that fill up the trash.
I want to.
I could deal with a little Trader Joe's bag on the side, but you're not gonna have a bunch of other little trash thingies.
Okay.
And your trash full. Let's choose here.
Okay.
What's going on?
You said one trash receptacle per room.
I just think when you start making little other ones, you gotta. I don't know. That's just crazy to me. Like, okay, one Trader Joe's bag, great. We know what's going on here. We cutting the salmon and we gonna throw the rest of the little whatever. Oh. And then after a while we gonna take that. Oh. We not finna leave that there.
Yeah, no.
So I'm not gonna be able to do it.
No, I don't. Mine are specifically for recycling. Everything else goes, but I also have a dog, so you can't really like
bathroom. It's the bathroom the most for me. I guess you're throwing hair too.
Oh my God! Can we just deviate from the topic real quick and talk about the amount of hair that you find in your apartment when you do your own braids? I'm still finding hair, so I obviously did like the sweep up.
Yeah, the regular. I know what you're talking about. But
oh my God, there's hair everywhere. Like I be walking and a piece of hair will get. I'm like, what is this? It does not matter.
On the back of your tract on your socks.
It is.
I try to stay on one spot
everywhere. So the problem was I did my hair in the living room and in the bathroom, so I can't get away from it. So I swept, but there's just not enough sweeping in the world. Yeah, I'm still finding long strands of freaking. What is it called?
Connect-a-line hair. Nah, hair. That's another one for me. That's another ick. Like too much. Like if you have a roommate or you live with somebody who like hair everywhere, that's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna lose it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm a neat freak though.
You are. That's okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely that.
That actually is good for your brain health. Just FYI, for people who are not like aware, being a neat freak helps with keeping you in a place of lowered anxiety. So it's to your advantage.
If I have too much
clutter and stuff,
it kind of messes with me. Yeah.
Okay. My second ick is men in chunky sneakers.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? I think that we need. I low key want to do a little pop up picture of a Bobby's World looking ass. Like something to showcase. We actually need clips this episode of like dudes with beads.
Yes, I know. But the thing is, that'd be like a real person who got to X out their face. But
I'm sure you could just find a AI.
Maybe we could do that.
We could maybe cover the person's face.
Yeah, but like I went on a date with a guy who said he was 6 feet, but then we got on the date.
You know what? I'm not doing no moonwalkers.
You had on those chunky Balenciaga sneakers. And some skinny jeans. So you got these skinny jeans on and these big ass shoes. Oh my God, I was so mad.
Not mad.
I was so mad. I ended up getting up. Like we sat there. And
I ended up getting up.
I did. I left like before the date was over. I was like, all right, babe, this was fun.
Now he came in just like Mickey Mouse.
I was really pissed. Like I just can't. But the thing is, I have found, and this is why I'm up in my minimum height to 6'1". Because I have found that men who say they 6 feet on date naps, they be 5'9" to 5'11", but they don't be 6 feet. But if you say you 6'1", you're more than likely 6'1", or you're 6 feet, because you're not gonna stretch it over the 6 feet. But if you 5'9", you might say you 6 feet and wear chunky sneakers.
I mean, I guess I don't know what's going on outside. Either they don't know, they don't.
It really made me mad. Like
definitely
it made
what's
me
going on
real mad because I just felt like, why have you deceived me?
I think that the chunky sneakers is ugly for everybody.
It is.
I'm gonna go ahead and say it ain't even about dudes for me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead and join you in on that and be like, I remember the chunky fila era. Like it's just not it.
I hate it.
It's kind of not it.
I literally hate it. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't feel like so.
No, that's
ridiculous.
a good one.
No, yeah, I hate it. Okay.
Chunky sneakers. I kind of wanted to go ahead and head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I would like for this trend to be eradicated immediately. Okay.
Yeah, I'm with it.
All right. Glad we're on the same page.
Yeah.
All
right. Yeah. We agree on that one. Crumbs. Don't get on my nerves with no goddamn crumbs everywhere.
What? When you be at people's house, they be having crumbs?
Why is it crumbs on your couch in certain areas? Why is it crumbs on your countertop or something? Crumbs is crazy.
You don't
Why
like
is it crumbs in your car seat?
Cleanliness.
Yeah,
in the car seat, baby. Look, okay.
I'm gonna eat all these crumbs.
Crumbs in a car seat. I'm not about to say nothing about that because I don't have no kids. And just
crumbs
getting
in somebody's
the kid
bed is weird.
In the bed is one thing. In a car seat, baby, you just trying to get that baby in and out of the car. You not trying to fight with no kids to clean up no crumbs. Baby, let them people live, okay? As a childless person, I am so sorry. Because I know they be fighting for their life, honey, with them children.
They do, but and that's a fear of mine. Definitely. Yeah, because listen.
Crumbs? Uncleanliness of children.
A lot of things, like, I've been working on this new set, and I was talking, like, because, like, when I was living with my last significant other, I was like, yo, this is hard. Mm-hmm. They might have crumbs, and also if you throw a dog in on it, wow. I don't know, like, I thought I was, like, wrapped for that. Definitely not. I'm definitely very, like, I don't know if that's OCD, but I'm definitely, like, I need things to be cleaned a certain way, things to look a certain, like, I can't, it's gonna set me off. Like, with the dog and that person at the time, it was a lot of little things that was clicking off in my head, being like, oh, you thought you wanted a family, baby. Like, no, you don't. Like, it was like, but like, I can't do crumbs in the bed or like.
You really don't like uncleanliness, though.
Oh,
I think that's what we are discovering.
Can set me.
Yes. Uncleanliness, like disorganization bothers you. Yes.
Next level.
Okay. This is something that is good to keep in the. I think this is one of those things where
it's a real live panic attack getting ready to happen. If I didn't even really. Now I'm realizing this because now I'm like, yo, every time anything pop up, you got to be like, buzzard, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
Yes.
But like, I was thinking recently, I was like, there was one time I came back to my significant other's place and it was like a mess because I hadn't been there or whatever. And the panic attack that ran up in me, I didn't even pay attention. It was like, oh, you was finna faint.
Yeah. They really will. A panic attack will really crawl up your throat. Like,
but see, I didn't look at that as being serious to like, I can't really deal with like too much.
Oh, no. That's when that's a deal breaker for you. Yeah. That's a deal breaker for you. That's one of the things. So when you go to somebody's house the first time, if it ain't, and the thing is, if somebody comes to your house for the first time, it should be spotless. Like, if they don't have...
That's another episode.
Yeah. If they don't have the, like, care to make sure that they're presenting their best
What is that about? What does that mean?
What
does that mean?
That they don't have the care?
That's deep that you're saying that because there was a moment.
Yeah.
This is another episode. We got to stay on. We can't.
But I think that just means that they inherently live like that and they feel like it's okay. So some people be junky.
That was triggering for me though because I'm
not even gonna like hold you. I'm junky. I be having shit everywhere. But if somebody coming to my house, I'm gonna try to like judge. If it's coming to my house for like something where we gonna sit and hang, I'm gonna clean the fuck out of that shit. I'm gonna make sure you're comfortable. Like if you just popping in and we popping out, it's fine. But I'm a judge, but I'm not gonna give it too much. But if we coming in to sit down and enjoy, baby, that place is going to be spotless. Yeah.
I don't know. In my mind, it's like this thing of taking pride in yourself. And I don't know.
Yeah. I think some people, though, that's just not like a...
But when it's lit, you like, okay, I don't know. Moving on. Crumbs. Okay. Crumbs will set me off.
Okay. All right. The next one, and this is very... I mean, I feel like mine have been very specific, but this is hyper specific, and I'm sorry to you. If you have one of these, I apologize. I really cannot stand the Cybertrucks and scats. Like,
what's that?
Challengers or like Chargers and the Cybertruck. And it's completely different. The Cybertruck, it's that weird ass fucking Jetsons truck that be running, the Tesla truck. And there's like 3,000 of them, I guess, total that have been made, but 2,000 of them are in LA. And none of them work.
They are.
None of them work. I mean, every other day I see something on social media about somebody saying that they can't get the charging port out or it won't come on or they tried to clean it and it's busted and they had to get it towed or they took the charging thing out and it's still not charged. It's just a mess of a car. I just saw a
movie about it and it just, two people were in it and they couldn't get out and it was a crash.
Okay,
it
like why is anybody? But I also just feel like this is why it gives me the ick. And not necessarily the scats. I just don't like scats.
I don't know.
But the scat is a Charger, Dodge Charger or Challenger, it might be either or it might be both. I don't know. But the Cybertruck is gross to me because I feel like it's not a like nice looking truck. That's the first thing. But the second thing is when I worked in luxury retail, people would come in and they would say, "What's the most popular?" and they would want that. as opposed to buying what they like. So
just whatever's trending.
If they want the most trendy thing as opposed to buying the thing that they like. And to me, a Cybertruck is trendy and it lacks personality. And so if you have it, why'd you buy it? It's not a good car.
I mean, this is LA though. No one has a real personality.
Yeah, but like for me though, that would like imagine going out on a date with a guy and it like goes well, and then y'all walk to the parking lot and he got a Cybertruck. That's a no for me. I gotta cut you off because you don't have a personality.
You know what? The overcompensation that goes down out
like
here is real.
It's really like look at how much money I have. Look at how uncreative and boring I am. Yeah. I'm sorry. I think it's just really like. And if you wanted one of these and you have one, I apologize. I'm not trying to come for you.
Well, you hate it.
For me, it's an ick. Like, I think it really does lack personality, and I don't like it.
You hate it.
Yeah, I really hate
it. All right. This is a funny one. I don't like condiments. Ketchup. Mayo.
That's an ick?
Yep. Get it off my food.
Okay.
I'm not gonna be able to do it. As a matter of fact, if, for example, this happened to me, I was in New York doing a show. I was staying with my friend, and she's like, "I'm downstairs making salmon burgers." I'm like, "Bet." She's like, "I'll make you one, whatever." She's like, "What do you want on it?" I just was like, "Oh, I'm pretty simple." She put like a little sauce on the bun. I was like, "That's it. Then that bun is done."
Yeah. Okay.
I'm never gonna eat it. And as a matter of fact, if it touched anything else on my plate, this plate could go down in flames.
Like sauces.
If someone wanted to stop me, they don't need a gun. Ketchup packages. If I ever get irate and you can't calm me down, pull out the Heinz.
Really?
Please. Please don't do it. Because if you put it on my skin,
I'm having a moment here where I'm thinking something that I'm not going to say.
No. That, or if I bite into something and there's mayo in it, I could just throw up.
This is very neurodivergent of you.
What's that? Oh, okay. But I'm dead ass. Like, if somebody was like, "Yo, we trying to stop this bitch from hitting the stage," it's
gotta whip out some takeout packets, and baby, you are done for.
Some fucking aioli or some shit.
Bitch, you just be eating dry ass food.
Let me tell you, it tastes delicious. They created plain for me.
But wait a minute, I'm so sorry because like.
There's certain sauces I can roll with, but there's certain sauces I just can't.
Okay.
I can do like barbecue sauce. Great.
Okay.
It tastes good to me.
No, but I thought you were saying texturally you could not do any sauce. And baby, the way the food is just dry, like a burger with no sauce on it.
I mean,
you're eating fucking granulated sand. What are we talking about?
maybe that's why I'm so stressed out.
Sand is granulated, but still, like I'm so confused.
But no, I like as a kid.
Okay.
No, I was like ketchup, mustard, all that stuff. It ain't it.
Okay.
Fair. It's a serious ick for me. And if you say for example, you order my food wrong, and then you forget,
gotta send the whole thing back.
I'm just not eating the top of the bread.
Yeah.
Like. That could be a deal breaker in relationships with me. Like,
yeah. Okay.
I'm not on me. Like, I'm still finna try to love you, but like that's probably gonna get on my nigga nerves. But
okay.
like I'm sorry I didn't get it without mayo.
I think it's really funny.
No, I can't eat the bun.
I think it's really funny because I actually have being a picky eater as an ick.
Is it? It's me.
It's right here.
You're like, well. What's your egg? What's your next one? Like,
I went on a date with a guy, and it was in a basic Italian restaurant, and he just could not find anything on the menu.
Going out with this one right here, she be like, "Is any of the food cooked on the same grill?" They be like,
"That's an allergy."
It's one restaurant. They be like,
done.
It's
an allergy.
They be like,
if I eat food as a vegan, if I eat food that's cooked on a
I didn't
grill,
know that was a thing.
Oh, baby.
Because in my mind, I'm like, once it get hot, it burn off the...
No, because there's always residue. So if you cooking my Beyond Burger on the same grill that you cooked a beef patty, oh, baby, I'm going to be dead. It's literally the worst pain.
Baby, I'm going to be dead.
I'm going to be dead. Like, it's really such incredibly vicious pain. Like, gastro pain. Oh, my God. Like, you can't imagine. And you look 6 months pregnant for like 3 days. Because your body just don't know how to process it. And that's just residue. God forbid I should get like an actual bite. Oh, my God.
I mean, yeah, but...
Or, like, I've had it where I had to cancel a date before because I went out with my friends and had French fries at a restaurant that didn't have no vegan food. This was when I was newly vegan, so probably like 7 or 8 months in.
Damn, it's like that?
Yeah, and I had French fries and they was frying the chicken and the fish in the same grease.
So it's like more like an allergy for you.
It really is more like an allergy. That's why I'm so specific when I go out.
Because, but you know how people be like, I'm vegan.
No,
because I'll be saying I'm a pescatarian, but if I see some wings, I can't really say
this guy.
I'm not gonna tap me.
So it's funny because I had a guy tell me that he was vegan, and then he said, "But sometimes I eat fish," and I said, "Then you pescatarian?" He said, "Yeah, but I don't eat cheese." I said, "Yeah, but
sometimes you gotta let people be what they want to be."
Okay,
I'm learning that.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta be like, "Oh, that's what's up."
You know what? You're right. But he got real mad at me. He didn't want to talk to me no more, and I was like, "Okay, friend, bye."
Because you was probably like, that's not it.
Well, when he said he was vegan, I got real excited. And then he said, but sometimes he eat fish. And I was just kind of like,
hey, that's me.
Because the thing is, I don't mind if you eat fish. I don't mind if
you're
not
a liar.
vegan.
You know, some men say I'm a liar. I come out the gate being like, I'm a pescatarian. And later on, I'm eating wings at the party.
If you tell me you a vegan, then I'm like excitement up here. And then you tell me I actually eat fish, then my excitement is here because why you lie?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We ain't mean it, though.
Yeah.
We just saw something that looked kind of good. And it was tempting.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's fair. I need to be less rigid. I'm kind of an asshole. Okay. So I am. I'm not gonna I know who I am.
Virgo is tricky.
It's tricky. I'm not gonna front and pretend like I'm not. I'm really tough to date. So that's fine. Yeah.
I will say out of every Virgo I've ever dated,
I would never date another Virgo man.
It don't be it be straight ever. In the beginning, but I'll be the thing that really I think, and this is how to go with all of them. They just be too anal about everything, and I think from my type, it gets on my nerves because it's just like I be wanting to turn the mirror around so much because it'd be like it's cool, pick out stuff that could be weird, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't out here trying to think I'm perfect, but a lot of Virgo men out there that be running around like they out here like they got it together, and I'm out here just bananas, and that eventually will get on your partner's nerves to where now y'all keeping score.
Yeah,
and it's like you don't want that. But that it kind of creates that environment.
Like I was just getting gaslit a lot.
I mean, I think that happened in any relationship.
Another day.
But okay. That's just was my experience. It was like, but they be cool. You know what I'm saying? I feel like every Virgo that I ever date stop talking to me forever, and then they just stalk me online.
Okay. Okay.
You gotta give y'all time about 8-9 years.
It's really funny.
About 8-9 years, y'all be back around again, being like, "Hey, what's going on?" You like, "Whoa, you hated me really hard."
The thing
for 8-9 years.
So I think that's a Virgo man thing, because I don't be hating nobody. I don't hate nobody I ever dated. We good. Even if you treated me bad, we good. I don't hate you. I hope you.
I don't be hating people.
Yeah,
but I might eventually. You get erased.
Okay,
I have a bad erase thing.
But I do think the hating people is specific to Virgo men, though. Being very, very angry.
Oh, I don't know
about everything. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, that's I don't know.
Okay, moving on.
But your ick was saying you picky eaters.
Picky eaters, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm definitely one of those.
But I guess I shouldn't say picky eaters. I guess people who don't really know food. As a person who enjoys food, is a food blogger, going out with somebody who is asking what's an aioli? I just feel like this is a very basic sauce, and I understand, but perhaps we're not compatible. Because I just
perhaps
I just can't
you with you. Now, perhaps you're not compatible.
Somebody tell you what an aioli is, and you're like, oh no, okay, I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Okay,
all right. Well,
what's another one of yours?
Bullies.
Oh God, yeah.
And I put in quotations, overly judgmental people and fake people.
Yeah.
I think I can't, being in the industry, I feel like that part get on my nerves the most. Cause now I've been in it so long.
Yeah.
So long to where now it's like this. I'm too intuitive with everything in the industry to where it's like, I could spot out a bully and it ain't even got to be about me. You could be like, oh, this person, they having whatever issue, so they got to do this to act. I even be wild, and I can't stand it. It's an ick for me. When I see people do that, you be like, ugh. Yeah. You don't like in anything, industry, jobs, you know what I'm saying? Or even when you just walk into a Starbucks and you just see one of the workers being bananas to the other one. You like, ugh, you just want to walk up to him and be like, you need to get your confidence under control.
No, yeah, I'm totally with you on that.
Love yourself, bitch.
I can't stand a bully. That's really,
I hate that.
That'll make me pop out of my character.
Yeah,
real quick.
I hate when you see that at a job, it's just maybe a boss is mean to one particular type of person, or I just hate that. It drives me nuts. And especially in the industry, I feel like, too, because you see it so often with, like, newbies coming in or, somebody feeling like that's their competition. Mm-hmm. So they do little stuff. Like, one of my friends told me something wild the other day. And I was just like, that's crazy. Like, how long I've been in the business, I've just seen it. She was like, oh, this girl, it's like, oh, her hair is red and my hair is red. And she's just like, you're trying to steal my style. And I know what you're trying to do. And it's just like, girl, y'all both got red hair and y'all both got the same box of
L'Oreal, babe.
No, it's just one of them is just like elevated and the other one's not. And this is her way of showcasing. But it's coming off in a bully way. And you're just like,
I remember my first, I hate that. Like my first like run-in with a bully. And I was scared out of my mind, but I had to just do what I had to do. My younger brother, when we were little, he was a lot smaller than the other kids in his class.
Okay.
My little brother was with the shits though, and I think people never really understood that. And so you could pop off, but he was absolutely gonna beat your ass. It was great. But I remember we were on the bus one day, and this girl, we were in middle school, so I would have been in the 7th grade, he would have been in the 6th, and she was in the 8th grade. And she got on the bus, and we were about to go to school, and he was sitting in her seat. And she had walked up to him and she was like, you better get out my seat. And he was like, no.
Who owns the seat,
I'm not getting out of your seat. And she was like, get out of my seat or I'm going to beat your ass. And I was like, oh my God, I got to fight her.
Right.
And I remember standing up being like, no, the fuck you won't. And it took all of my energy, guys. Like, this took every ounce of courage and like strength that I had, because I did not want to fight this girl because she used to beat people up. Okay.
She was one of those.
And she was like, oh, this your little brother. And I was like, yeah. And she was like, he cool. Oh, thank God.
You like, thank God. I was gonna have to risk my whole life.
But I was ready to go to war because that's my little brother. Like, that's how we were raised. If one of y'all fighting, everybody fighting. Don't come home without each other.
You know what was wild though? I think that's why I hate bullies so much too. Because like where I grew up, it was like so much of that. And like for me, growing up, like we grew up in the south suburbs in the beginning. So when we moved to like the more edgier part of the South Side, in the beginning, it was like me and my brother had to like prove ourselves. We had to like fight the city, darn near, in order. So it's like bullies to me
it's just so whack.
It's
like,
whack because
get a personality.
Yeah, but you gotta take on the whole city.
You really do. Like,
till they know you not to be played with.
Yes. So that one little thing I feel like solidified me as like,
that's why she was like, oh,
she did not pick. She used to speak to. She started speaking to me after that. Like, we was cool. Oh, thank God, girl.
You know, listen. Yeah, I've had many a moments like that with my little brother. Where you like, I don't really want to. But
I guess we don't have to squab it out if we gotta squab it out.
This is happening.
Yeah. And honestly, my little brother could have handled himself, but I didn't want him to have to fight no girl. And also, she was way bigger than him. It was just not going to be a fair fight. So if I got to take this L, I'm going to take this L. But
fighting up people to her, that were bigger than you, that were bullies. I remember this is crazy. I remember I was like, I was probably 13. And some girl from a whole nother hood, from the west side or something, wanted to fight me. She was like the biggest bully there or whatever. She used to visit her family like in the summer that was like near my house. I remember I had to fight her. I was so scared. Everybody was on their bikes. They was like riding. They was riding over which way the fight was supposed to happen. I remember riding my bike.
I remember this happening as a kid. Yes,
you would ride your bikes to get beat up. Like this is crazy. And then like I had another friend. I guess she had fought her friend a day before, and everybody was like, "You got to do it now." And I was like, "Oh no!" So we rode our bikes over there. I remember that fight was. Oh. Well, I guess let's fall
okay. Go ahead, get on out of here.
They that bully stuff it'll change your life.
It'll change your life. But honestly, like if the first time you stand up to a bully, you be having so much courage. Like nobody can fuck with you after you stand up to a bully one good time. Because then it lets you know you could do it. And honestly, none of these niggas can fuck with me now. Like
I did get the juice after that.
Yeah, you got the juice after that.
I rode my bike home.
Yes.
I had the juice.
You have the juice after that. Because it's just kind of like, oh yeah, you can't really fuck with her. She'll beat your ass. So from that point on, I was not scared of nothing or nobody.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah.
Bullies if you are out there getting bullied, stand up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do what you got to do. It's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm not encouraging you to fight. You could just cuss somebody out.
I'm not encouraging you to fight.
But you could cuss somebody out and that'll be sometimes what you got to do.
Bullies, we call them that is for our youth, but I think the same thing with adulthood. That's when you learn to set boundaries. Because once you set that boundary, after the bullies still do something after that, I mean, they liable for a curse out after the boundary has been set.
I had a girl at my job. She was my manager, and she used to talk to people wild. And she talked to me kind of wild, and I was like, can we go in your office and have a conversation? Look, it's me pulling her into the office. And I was like, you can't talk to me like that. Like, legitimately, this is not, I can't. And she apologized, and she didn't talk to me like that no more. But I think it's important when you're going through that kind of stuff to set a boundary. You can be very professional about it if you're in the workplace. But when people get called out for being inappropriate, for using too much sauce, you got too much dip on your chip, you being extra in the way that you communicate, when they get called out, it makes them uncomfortable because they do it because they think they can get away with it. Yeah. Once you point out to them, oh yeah, no, you cannot talk to me like this. You actually need to show me some respect and treat me with kindness and compassion like a human being because that's what I deserve. Yeah. They gonna fix their shit up. And if they don't, just go to HR.
Yeah, we talked about this before. I'm like, HR is dangerous. But
HR is dangerous.
I feel like, the most unfortunate part of this for me, just knowing about my personality, if you set a boundary with somebody and they do it again after you already like, hey, this kind of making me feel, I don't know, it might be time to like looking for another job or getting out that friendship or getting out, just because. I mean, we all got habits or whatever, but if somebody keep doing something and you ask and you letting them know that ain't
that's
really,
an ick. Okay. A motherfucker who continuously crosses your boundaries.
Yeah,
and I 100% agree. I'm definitely one of those people where you got one to two good times if I care about you to cross my boundary. And
I think that's anybody.
Good. Yeah. Yeah. If I don't care about you, you got one time and
it's got to be done in a way that is, like you said, where it's clear. Yeah. You can't just be like, hey, I don't like what you XYZ.
Yeah, no, I think you need to communicate very effectively. So this is something that I always encourage people. If you are having trouble, we're going to get a little off topic here, but I'm going to give you out some tea. Especially if you're in a workplace, write down what you need to say. Yeah, bullet point it so you can make sure you get all your points across. But email is a great tool that you can use because if you document every single form of communication that you've had, communicating a negative experience that you've had and nothing is done, you're building a lawsuit. Yeah. It's great. So
that is great.
So in those situations where somebody is creating a hostile work environment, it is important for you to document in writing and send communication in writing to say, hey, this thing that happened today made me very uncomfortable and I just wanted to bring it to your attention and make you aware so that these kinds of things don't happen going forward. Yeah. It is so important to put stuff in writing, and then the next time it happens, you can say, per my last email regarding this situation, it has been brought to my attention, or it has occurred again, or I have experienced for a second time. Then you are building a case, baby.
I got put it in writing for whatever that was.
Yeah, like, put it in writing. Yes, put it in writing. Like, I think that's so important when you're dealing with a bully and setting a boundary. Put it in writing. So yeah. Okay. Is it my?
I think so.
Is my turn? Yeah. Okay. The rest of them kind of serious. Okay. One of my icks is jobs that are commission only.
Jobs that are commission only.
Yeah, we're going to take it out of the dating realm and we're going to go straight to...
What does that mean?
Like, jobs that tell you that they will pay you based on what you sell.
Okay. I don't think I've ever...
Oh, yeah. So luxury retail can be commission only, but luxury retail can be commission only because they actually have clients coming in to buy the things. Like, I don't have to go out and get the business. I don't got to walk around and present this $10,000 item to somebody and say, hey, you want to buy this? And then add value. Right. The people already understand the value when they come into the store. They know what they want. So all I have to do is sell what they're looking for and maybe do some cross-selling and add on some other stuff. But if you telling me as a company that you are commission only and your product needs to be hard sold to people, I'm out, because you are essentially getting free labor.
Pyramid scheme.
It's a pyramid scheme. Pyramid scheme. And I had a job interview and I did a really good job on the first interview, and then I kind of like looked at the read through the info real quick, and I was like, this kind of seemed like commission only. And so the guy emailed me to set up the next interview. Okay. And he actually texted, because they text now.
They do.
They text now. He texted, and I just kind of said, weird. First of all, he was hella rude. He was like, I can get you in at 4:30 today. Please confirm that you're available. Hold on.
They do be coming at, it's weird.
Yeah.
The job market is something else right now.
It was like 12 o'clock. Like, you can interview me in 4.5 hours. No, I'm not available. Like, I need for you to give me 24 hours notice, but also I just feel like you're coming at me, and I do want a job, but I don't need you, and I need for you to like come with a little bit less aggression. So, no, I'm not available. But I said to him, hey, I just want to confirm, when I was reading through like the information, it kind of seemed like this position is commission only. Is that the case? And he said, yes, it's commission only. And I said, oh, okay. And he said, are you interested in moving forward? No, I'm not. Thank you so much for your time. Because no, you're not about to get me in here to do some free labor.
Yeah, that's
absolutely not.
It's giving very Avon.
It's giving very Avon. It's giving very Vector knives. Like, I'm not doing this with you. I'm not finna door-to-door sell nothing for nobody.
Yeah.
And I think companies get overdoing that.
Yes. It's crazy.
Companies are really getting overdoing shit like that because you get people to do a lot of free labor for no money.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, I'm not about that life. So yeah, jobs that are commission only be pissing me off because it's just very exploitative. In an already exploitative industry, I feel like commission only is just extremely like, God, y'all are disgusting. Pay your workers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's funny.
What's your next one?
Procrastinators.
Okay.
I get it can, like, if I'm doing a project with somebody, or if I'm like, if like, say for example, like we roommates, and then I was just like, hey, can you figure this out about the bathroom or the wall or something? And they're like, and they keep forgetting or something. That would drive me nuts. Like when things, like, to me, it's just like when things are out of place and it's like, you know it. Like, how did you forget that? Like, this is not. That would drive. Yeah.
I want you to do an OCD assessment.
Like, it's crazy. Like, I just
and not even because of the procrastination thing. Because you said when things are out of place, how did you not know it? And I just feel like
what is going on? But I hate when people procrastinate on stuff that needs to get done, and they like, yeah, especially if, like, okay, I'll give you a good example. Like, especially if you know that person. It's like, okay, I'm trying. How do I say this in the right way? I want to say I hate procrastination because I feel like everybody busy nowadays. So I don't want to put it that way because, you know, procrastinating ain't necessarily with the 19 jobs all of us got to have. Mm-hmm. I think...
Motherfuckers be tired.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess I should change that to biting off more than you can chew or something like that. Like, I feel like I can't stand when people be like, I could do it. And then
they can't do it.
They can't do it.
Okay.
That make me want to just come over there and, like...
You feel like people should have more... like... effective time management,
or just being honest about what you can and can't do. I guess I don't know.
That's fair.
Yeah, I think I've had like moments that I've gotten like irritation to like people being like, I can do it, and then they don't do it. And they be like, I don't know my life.
You be like, you know what, I gotta get out of here.
Spaghetti didn't fell out your pocket. And you just like, you stupid.
This is not gonna work for me. I gotta go. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
I think that get on my nerves.
Yeah.
Or this. I hate when people be like, can you do such and such for me? And you like, all right, bet. And then they get into their life, and then they be like, oh, yeah, can you do something? You like, what? You...
Wait, what is it now?
Okay, like, say, for example, I'll be like, oh, at 5 o'clock, can you help me with XYZ? And you like, okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Then you hit me at, like, 5:10, being like, hey, are we still... And you like, oh, snap, my bad.
Oh.
You be like, you don't even care, but you asked me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, yeah, that drives me nuts.
Okay.
Yeah. When people do that, I'll definitely be like...
I feel like, again, life be life.
True, but sometimes I'll be mad.
Life be life. Okay.
I'll be salty.
I'm gonna go back to the word accountability being
I like it
for me.
I think
it's like a buzzword. It's a dog whistle. I don't like
what
it.
Accountability?
Mm-hmm. I think it's like woke now. Like people trot it out for the wrong reason. Yeah. Oh. So accountability, I think, is weaponized against women a lot, and I don't like that.
I mean, it's the same thing how I feel like narcissism is weaponized against men. I feel like, what happened?
Sometimes
things really be happening, but you like, I hate these words now because y'all didn't
it's a lot of buzzwords.
The wrong way.
But I also found out recently that a very small percentage of the population suffers from narcissistic personality disorder. There are actually more psychopaths than there are narcissistic people.
Yeah.
But the word has been so popularized that people use it incorrectly, like a large majority of the time. So yeah, but the word accountability just really drives me insane. And I think the word accountability drives me insane because there is a lack of willingness on the part of men to acknowledge that women are oppressed class.
What you mean?
women are an oppressed class. Like, we are oppressed in general. We are paid less. We have less access to quality health care. We are not listened to. We are passed over for jobs. We are discriminated against for a myriad of things. We are also subject to more violence, sexual and physical. Like, we are an oppressed class.
Right.
And so I think a lot of times when this word accountability shows up, it's used to say, like, well, what did you do to make XYZ happen? When a lot of times,
I was like, I didn't think that's what they meant. I thought dudes was yelling accountability because they feel like we don't admit to the things we do wrong in whatever situationship, relationship, job, whatever. They feel like, I feel like a lot of dudes that scream accountability, they just be screaming that because they feel like we as women are always like, you did this wrong, or y'all are always, or y'all, they feel that we have pushed them, their backs against the wall as far as admitting to the things that they don't do right in general. So they feel like we don't take accountability in the things that we do wrong, which I think is crazy.
Right.
What I think.
Look at how I'm looking at you.
Yeah, because I think that's. Well, here's the thing, though. I have learned over time that men are a lot more sensitive than women are. So even if we are accountable for something that we've done wrong, they're so sensitive in what they like, the simple thing, or what. Not even say a simple thing. Let's take that back and not even make it small. Whatever it is that you have done wrong, they down and out. Like,
but I also just feel like bringing out the word. The word only comes up when we talk about what they've done wrong. Is the point. So it'll be like hey, I really didn't like that you yelled at me the other day.
Right. Okay.
And then the word, well, women never take accountability for what they do, but that's not what we're talking about. This is what I mean when I say it's a dog whistle, because then when you say the word accountability, other incels run to their defense and say, yeah, you guys didn't take accountability when we wasn't talking about us. I was telling you that you yelled at me and it hurt my feelings, or it made me feel unsafe, or I didn't really like that. I didn't appreciate it. And then you said, but what did you do to make me do this? And I can't do anything to make you do something, right? Like, I can't, taking accountability is not me taking responsibility for how you have reacted to something that I've done.
You're justifying.
Yes. Yeah. And so the word accountability gives me the ick, because I feel like a lot of times they use it to evade responsibility for the shit that they do.
I think that's just people in general. I've experienced that in like so many.
This is for men specifically, because I don't think women are running around with the word accountability. We're not walking around with the word accountability on the tip of our tongue like this. We just don't use it in the same context. Well, not everybody.
I feel like even in friendships, for me, even if, let's just say I had a disagreement with another friend and they are like, oh, I did this because you did this. I responded this way because this is how you made me feel in this way. And I'm like, well, I responded that way because you made me feel in that way. Like, everybody has their own little like thingy going back and forth. So, But if one of us is going to justify the whole time why they did what they did, and there's never going to be a moment of being like, well, yeah, that was a bogus response, then we're just going to be doomed. That's all I think. And I think that's what anybody, like, you are going to justify the way you see things anyway. Like, that's like a car accident. Boom. You were coming one way, the other person, they was like, but she came out of nowhere and he came. Yeah. So now everybody got a justification, but one of y'all got to be like.
But if one other people in the car, or both of y'all got to be like, ran a red light, then they are at fault. And if I get out of my car after you ran a red light and say, hey, you ran a red light. Yeah. And then you say you need to take accountability for going 40 miles an hour when the speed limit was 35. Well, the accountability is misplaced in that. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
This is what I'm talking about. When there's a very obvious wrong that has happened, right, and there's a deflection of the responsibility taken, so that you can then place the blame back on the person who feels that they have been wronged. This is what I don't like. Yeah. Yes, this is what happens a lot. There's a lot of gaslighting that happens where it's like, I'm telling you that this made me uncomfortable. This made me feel away. You did XYZ. And then you're telling me you need to take accountability for what you did to make me do this, and I can't do nothing to make you do nothing.
I've been in a position like that.
Yes.
Okay. Where
I can't do nothing to make you do
nothing. The person is gaslighting you.
Yes.
And creating the conflict with you.
Yes. So they don't have to take responsibility.
Trying to defend yourself in the conflict. And then they're like, well, I'm you're making me react this way. And you're like, but you brought,
Yes.
I've had a situation like that where it was very confusing for me because I'm a very like passive. I don't really like to argue. So I'm going to always try to find, I guess, the best way to diffuse something. And I think I do that a lot too, just because I know I'm the kind of temperamental. So for me, immediately I'm like, it's a fire, pour water on it. Like go, like say something that's going to calm whatever that is down, but like
and so that is not my personality. I don't even like to argue. That's
tricky.
Not my personality.
That's a tricky thing when
but I will
keep
repeating the same shit and going back to the original point and pointing out when you gaslighting.
I don't think people know that they're gaslighting though.
They do. They absolutely do. They absolutely do.
I think, but the thing is, have to know that to say something because I always think in a moment when someone's doing that,
you like to give people the benefit of the doubt.
I know.
Like. I'm not a benefit of the doubt ass bitch. You gon' get exactly what characterization you are acting within.
I mean, I'm getting better at it because now I feel like I've had two. Like I had a file full of benefit of the doubt.
Ain't no benefit of the doubt,
and I dropped all of them.
Yeah, no, ain't no benefit of the doubt. Everywhere. However you acting, that's how you are.
No,
that is exactly how I'm going to treat you. If you are acting like an asshole, I'm going to treat you like you know that you're acting like that.
You know what the bad thing with me is? I'm a little too understanding and a little too patient. So like for me, and I only do that because I want people to do it for me. But so a lot of times when people are like being like, for example, like you said, like they're justifying. Mm-hmm. I'll be like, I can see how you see that. I'll still be like in there with them, like, now here's a puppet. Like I'll do that until it'll drive me crazy. And then
no, I remember
that's funny.
Like being in a situation where I was with somebody and told them that something made me uncomfortable. Uh-huh. And they tried to make it seem like I said something about the way that they touched me made me uncomfortable.
Okay.
I think that's important to be able to communicate that with your partner. Yeah. And they told me that I was Me Tooing them. And I needed to stop putting 20 on 10. I was making too big of a deal out of it. And it pissed me off so bad because not you dismissed my feelings. And when I called them out on that, they tried to make it seem like I was on some feminist shit. No, but you about to be on some single shit.
Oh my goodness.
Because I have told
Wait, this is somebody who's dating?
Yes. Oh. I have told you that I don't like the way that you're touching me. And when I point this out to you, you have come back to me to tell me that you feel like I am putting too much on it. I'm making a mountain out of a molehill. Some people don't take. He didn't take that serious. He didn't take it serious, and now we're not together because you didn't take it serious.
I'm like, yeah.
But the thing is, that's one of those situations where if I say I don't want you to touch me at all anymore, or I'm like around the house in like skivvies, just, wearing my little tight shorts or whatever, the word accountability might jump out to say, well, why would you be wearing that if you don't want me to be? Okay, rape culture. You see what I'm saying? And he didn't do that, but this is what I'm saying.
I've never been faced with anything like that along those.
This is what I'm saying.
That line.
This is what I'm saying. He didn't do that. I think it's important to say that. But what I'm saying is like there will always be, for that word accountability, there will always be some way that it's being used to like, is subvert the right word? To like, to remove some of the responsibility, all of the responsibility from them and put the onus on the person who feels wronged.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it. It gets me the ick. Anytime I hear a dude trotting that word in a conversation, I gotta go. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
You know, I guess I would piggyback on that. Ick for me is I'm not a very argumentative person. I really it gives me anxiety. So like, yeah, it's an ick for me if somebody just can't come to a medium, or we can't come to like a space where it's just like, all right, we see this boundary, or we both gotta come to some, like if you're somebody that's we just gonna keep going through this loop, it's gonna drive me bonkers.
And see, that's when I would just be like, you know what, this ain't for me, boo. Have a good life. That's when I'm gonna be like, it's time to throw the deuces and be okay with it. Because sometimes you just not gonna come to an agreement on some stuff. But I think when you realize you're not gonna come to an agreement on something, and it's kind of a big deal, even if it's not a big deal, if it's a medium deal, but it is a precursor or like a preview of something that could be a big deal down the line, cut it off. Fuck it. Yeah. Somebody else will come. Fine. I feel like I definitely that's an ick for me too. Like you're talking to somebody and then like you ever had that, like you going back and you're like, this doesn't make any sense. And they're just like, no, it does. You're like 2 + 2 is 4. And they keep denying that too, and then you just gotta walk out the room. I can't do this.
Or it's to the point where like I've had recently where you start feeling crazy because you just like, ain't no way.
I don't never feel crazy.
I think a lot of that for me comes with just like, who is this conflict with?
Yeah.
And then if it goes too far, like that's the thing that I'm trying to break right now. Okay. A lot of people are saying that to me, like, oh, you take everything on you. You are very, you blame everything on yourself. But I definitely am sometimes like, okay, how many ways can I demonstrate to this person to make them see?
But the thing is, sometimes you could demonstrate it. You could you could do Pictionary. Yeah. You could write it out on the chalkboard. Yeah. You could do a video.
I've been out there doing
You could also act it out in a stage play, and they still not going to get it because they don't want to. And at that point, it's time for you to pack up your cat and go. In the words of one of my favorite podcasters, pack your cat and go. It's time to go. Like,
all right. I think this is on me, right? Yeah. This next. Okay, this one's funny. Slow Uber drivers. Okay. I'll be mad.
Why?
Because let me explain something to you.
You be in a hurry.
Why are you driving it slow? It's not funny.
I think
it's not funny to me. Like sometimes I be in the back I be like sitting up like, bro, you playing.
I think they be trying to get you to your destination safely.
No, they be trying to get on my nerves. It don't take this long to get down the street. What are you doing? Now, I'm not saying let's pull off real crazy because I've had one of those.
You said Fast and Furious this shit. I'm ready to go.
But you're not finna drive. You're not finna hit these corners this slow.
Okay.
What we doing?
They Turn. Be pissing you off. Okay.
Turn right now.
Some of them be having PTSD, baby. They be struggling. They just be trying to make it through the day.
I'm gonna need you to drive faster because I'm gonna give you 1 star and say.
You gotta say, no, you just gotta tell them, hey, I'm in a hurry. Can we?
And then they try to kill you.
Well,
in a hurry,
you said you wanted to go. You said you wanted to go fast. But you can't be picky, Goldilocks.
Yeah, I'll be giving them 1 star. I'll be mad. Like I had one yesterday. I was so salty at him. I sat up in the back and was just like, okay. I mean, watch this man the whole. And then we pull up to the comedy. The directions say the Comedy Store. You driving like Miss Daisy. We. You know when you say the time, they say I was gonna get there at 8:17. Mm-hmm. This man got me there at 8:41.
Oh man,
he was driving. He was trying to see the stuff down the Sunset.
Oh, that's wild.
We get there. I gotta run in, hop on stage. I'm out of breath darn near because it's like you taking that. I live down the street. I called the car. Why we going this long? So I'm not tripping. Then you gonna pull up to the hotel next door. I was like, I'm going to the Comedy Store. I just got out and just like the level of frustration was like.
I think sometimes people be nervous to
get me there.
Yeah,
I live 10 minutes from the Comedy Store. That 10 minutes is just maybe the lights.
Yeah.
If I was on the scooter, I'm 5 minutes.
You be out that bitch. Okay.
This man got me there at 8:41. We was driving like.
That's crazy.
He was going so slow that you know how you like, we can make this light. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me?
8:17 to 8:41 is such
weird.
A crazy differential.
It's called I don't care about your time.
That
my time.
Is wild.
And the universe is like, you want to fight him too.
23 minutes? Is that 23 minutes? Yeah.
We didn't make none of the
24 minutes.
We didn't make none of them.
Man, that's rough.
Somehow we kept getting caught.
Yeah, Uber probably cost more money. Did it?
I've had that happen to me too.
Did you check to see if it cost you more money?
I got to check on this one.
Yeah.
But I know other times I've had to check and then I've gotten reimbursed. Yeah. Because it was like, why is it taking you 6 years to get? I've had Ubers say to me, like, is everything okay?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They do that. I be in Lyft. Yesterday, I was taking somebody from like Los Feliz to West Hollywood or to Hollywood Boulevard.
I'll be hitting to the Walk of Fame. Like, no, I'm not. Motherfucker.
It literally took an hour, and I could not believe how long it took. And it sent me the notification like, "Bitch, are you good?" Like 5 times.
Yeah, my Uber X are high up there. Don't let me come in here and you driving slow. It's cold. You turn the goddamn air conditioning down. Okay. Roll up these windows.
Oh, I'm gonna always have my windows
Shut your
down.
mouth.
Yeah, I'm gonna always have my windows down. Speaking of Ubers.
Don't you talk to me.
One of my icks is Uber related. It's Lyft related. I do Lyft. It's people who listen to their phone without headphones.
Oh, my headphones be on. As a matter of fact, I don't be in the world without headphones because you know what headphones mean to me. Don't
talk
you
to
dare
me.
talk to me.
Don't talk to me.
Don't you do
But
it.
the amount of people who walk through life, they exist in life with no headphones. Y'all just be outside with no headphones?
Just being a person.
That's crazy
freely.
To me.
Yeah.
You just don't have headphones.
Openly available for conversation.
Every day you just don't have headphones. And then people online be like, because this is a conversation online.
What?
That it's disgusting to be out in public on your phone with your like music playing.
Just loudly.
Or like, yeah. And people be like, well, because Apple stopped putting a headphone jack or headphones in the box and they changed the headphone jack. Baby, the converter's $10.
What are we talking about?
Like Apple used to give you new headphones with every iPhone,
that's true.
But also they changed the charging jack. So
they did this last one.
Yeah, it's that flat one, but they make
Mm-hmm.
headphones like that. That's the first thing. The second thing is the conversion thing is literally
that's $10. One of my icks. Before we get out of here, iPhone changing shit.
Yeah, iPhone
every time
really be doing it.
They
and I'm not getting a new
now
phone.
Your phone. Now you caught out there in the Uber.
I'm not.
You can't even ask
a
him for a charger.
Yeah,
you finna just die out there.
Yeah, but like, wear your headphones, people. Yeah. Where are your headphones? And also wear your headphones. Yeah. Because I cannot handle, it really bothers me to have to listen to people's TikTok or Instagram every 3 seconds, the video changing. Or
see,
God
I don't
forbid,
even know that. My headphones are so noise cancellation get you hit by a bus.
Yeah.
It's like
I can't be walking around like that.
Literally my Beats by Dre headphones are so good.
I can't walk around like
that. They're
that.
So some days I'm like, this is dangerous.
It's dangerous. Yeah, I be one ear out because you gotta be able to keep your head on a swivel. We live in LA.
Don't you turn on no like meditation music somehow? You be like,
you zone the world out exactly. And not me and not today, baby. We not gonna have no kind of. No. We can't noise cancel. Not in LA. I feel like LA too dangerous. Like, LA be really.
What? I think that it's good because I want to zone out sometimes. But,
that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, you think you got a pretty good list of icks?
I had some other things on the list, but
I mean, I don't know.
We want to just run through it right quick.
Go ahead. I mean, I don't know. I was trying to like come up with things I hate. The things I hate seem like that sound like nothing dirty, huh?
Okay. Yeah. No, you definitely are neat. That's fine.
Just like clean it up.
There's a myriad of things that I don't like, and I'm okay with it. We don't have to. It's okay. What? The rest of them would require conversation.
What would you end this with? In this episode with a banger of icks.
My best and favorite ick is Drake. And I'm so excited to
I think he a lot of people ick.
Yeah, because he's icky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like
when was the moment that you was like, Drake, ugh?
So I actually stopped listening to Drake a few years ago when I found out that he was texting with Millie Bobby Brown, who is 11 from Stranger Things. Because I just couldn't really wrap my brain around what a grown man would be texting a literal, like, she was like 14 or 15 years old at the time. Why are you texting her?
I heard about this.
15. And I just feel like the kind of guys that do that kind of things, like it's giving you might be a groomer, and I don't like that. Like,
when did this happen?
This was years ago. Okay. But also, I also just feel like he cosplays a lot in Black culture. You grew up in Canada, I think that you coming in here with fucking banana clips in your hair. They're not banana clips. Them
whatever
clips.
Those, yeah.
Yeah, you wearing gold teeth. Like, you not
That's
from
what it was
the culture.
For me.
And I think for a lot of...
And then it was a womanizing thing.
It's it's you coming to... At Meg the Stallion talking about some free Tory when you never was like fucking with Tory like that.
Marrying all those women that I was like,
I cannot stand this man. And Kendrick dragging him like this and dragging this beef out to the point that he's dragged it out is my favorite thing to witness.
It's been like
cool. It's been cool because I think for Drake, he did not realize that he was a visitor in the culture.
Not a visitor.
He is. You thought you were the culture. You're not the culture. Not like us is a very specific thing. You're not us. You're not like us. We allowed you to be in this space and you got too big in your britches. You thought you had way more sauce than you do. You don't, in fact.
Well, he tried. And you know what?
And I'm so happy to see that he is getting put in his place.
You gave the coaches some fun.
Some fun music.
Some fun stuff
That's
to do.
great.
And we finished it.
Yeah. I would like for you to get on out of here, though. I hope that at some point there's a, finish him and we just never have to hear from him again because I'm tired of Drake.
You know? It'd be like that sometimes. Sometimes people throw rocks and then a brick comes. And they're like, oh.
And they deserve the brick. But this has been like a cylindrical block. This has been... this has been just such a massive humbling.
Yeah.
And he deserves it.
And I think it was great for the culture.
It is great for the culture. There is not a day that goes by in Los Angeles that I do not hear Not Like Us blasting out of somebody's speakers.
It's driving me now.
It don't even drive me. Every time I hear it, I be like,
yeah.
Because I just feel like, yes, let's let this man know you are not a part of Black culture. We have let you in, You grew up in Canada though, and you weaponized
wheelchair Jimmy.
Like literally, I feel like
Jimmy
he like has weaponized his privilege in a lot of ways, and I don't
know enough about him like that.
Yeah, I don't fuck with him. So yeah,
I liked Houston, Atlanta, Vegas.
That's fine.
Drake.
He made some bops.
He
made some bops, but at this point, I could do without. When men do things that are abusive to women, their entire catalog is out of my. I don't fuck with them no more. So I've been done with Drake. I'm a Meg Thee Stallion fan for life.
She's doing great.
And the fact that this man came out in any kind of opposition to Meg Thee Stallion is wild to me.
Her victory has been beautiful to watch, by the way.
It's been so amazing to watch, and I will forever and always be a fan. And anybody who has ever talked even remotely
That's my number one ick. Anybody who hate on Meg
Anybody who hate on Meg, like, fuck you for life. Like, I never need to support your artistry ever. Like, I'm good on you.
I love her. I watching her glow up.
Her glow up has been amazing.
But we're going to close it here, you guys. Let us know what you want to talk about next. We did something chill today. Let us know in the comments. What is your ick?
Mm-hmm. Right? I want to know. I want to know what y'all icks are. Thanks, Boos.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.